Hi, everybody. This is Jessica Bellinger with Peace Theory Consulting, and we are here for our part 2 of your insider's look into me creating my new vision board. So for part 1, which I posted yesterday, was an introduction to me, the company, and the reason for why I am putting a vision board together, and also some great information on why vision boards are important and why I specifically recommend that every woman who has a goal for herself have a vision board on her wall. We also talked about vision and vision clarity. And ladies, yes, I have to say it again. You cannot have a vision board unless you have a clear vision of the things that you are wanting to obtain. That is very important. If you are not clear, then your vision board cannot be the great resource that it really can be, because you're not clear on what it is that you want to obtain and manifest in your life. Okay. We also talked about the cost of creating a vision board, and I explained that this board here and the one I done previously ran me about $7 to $10 to be able to create. That is getting the board, the construction paper, the lettering that you see, the gems that I have on it. All of that cost me about $7 to $10. And since I was already a magazine person, I had a lot of magazines around that I could pull pictures from. But I also utilized the internet to be able to find pictures that were a bit more specific to what it is that I was looking to create for myself. I also provided just some quick tips on staying away from really sticky adhesives and glues when you're making your vision board, because when you are going and manifesting these great goals in your life, or when your vision is getting clarified and you're realizing that, I kind of don't want that anymore. I kind of want to take it to this level. And you're wanting to change your board. If you've used glues and really sticky adhesives, they can cause damage to your board, as you see here, from where previously I had some beautiful gems on my board, but when I went to take them off, they did cause some damage. So I'm not worried about that. I'm definitely still going to use this board and repurpose it. If you saw the video yesterday, you see I have done some already preliminary construction to the board so that I can get ready for this video, as well as move on to the third one where I show y'all the finished product. So today, the first thing I'm going to go over are the different types of boards that you can create. And then we're going to get into some tips and tricks on how to really get involved in your board. I'm going to show you some examples of previous boards that I've made. And I'm also going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to camouflage this damage on my board with some of the pictures that I'm going to use for the final product. So to get started, for me, there are 3 different types of vision tools that you can use. The first one is what I call a vision notebook. Okay, it is almost like vision board scrapbooking. Instead of putting your pictures, your quotes, and your images on a board that hangs in your house, you create it in a notebook or a flip book, and it makes it very mobile. Okay, you can do 1 page for each dream or 1 section for each goal. It's completely up to you. What I love about vision notebooks is, again, they are mobile and you can really go to town with what you're looking to create. You can draw your own pictures, which you can do for your own board as well. But sketchbooks have really been known to make great vision notebooks. So I think drawing and putting your own personal touch into what you're creating and being able to have it with you is a great feature of what a vision notebook can be. And again, it is a vision board just condensed down into a scrapbook version that, again, you can take with you all the time. Okay. The next part is a vision board, which is what I'm going to create here. And a vision board is the same concept, except this is meant to be on your wall at home. You can also put them in your office. I like to, preferably once my vision board is complete, I like to take pictures of it. That way I can make my vision board mobile. So I don't have to have a vision notebook. I can make my board as mobile as I choose to. And I will give you all some tips on that in our third video, where I do reveal the completed board. The third item is a vision wall. And a vision wall I do not recommend for novice. A vision wall is so much different than your vision notebook and your vision board. And I actually prefer to call it a goals wall, because what you're going to do on a vision wall is you're going to write on paper what your goal is and at least 5 steps that you need to take to achieve that goal. And you're going to do that for every goal that you have. And you're going to tape that on your wall. There's no pictures, there's no color, there's no glitz and glamour. It is time to get this done. Once you start working on one of those goals, you do not touch the other one until that first one is complete. So that's why I call it a goals wall, because it is really a great resource for those of you who are really looking to push forward in areas and really get things done and to be able to see your progress. Again, I do not recommend that for novice goal setters or people who have not at least had vision boards on their walls for a couple of years and who have not actually manifested lots of what it is that they want to create, because a vision wall, as great of a resource as it is, it can be very discouraging when that goal is not coming off that wall. It just continues to stay there. And again, the key to it is you cannot move on to the other goals until you complete one. So it really does force you to focus. I also am going to add on a fourth example, and this is something that I have done personally for myself. I'll show you a picture of it here in a second, and that is called a vision mirror. It literally is a vision board, or the images that I had on my vision board, and I took examples, a few of those, and I put them on my mirror in my bathroom. Okay, when you have something on your wall and you're walking past it every day, it can sometimes become white noise. It sits in the background, you may notice it, but you may not spend as much time with it as you really should. So when I had the idea, actually I didn't have the idea, my husband gave me the idea of putting some images on my mirror, because every time I walk into my bedroom, my mirror is there, brushing my teeth, doing my hair, getting my kids ready for school in the morning. Those images stayed in the forefront of my thoughts because they were always on a consistent basis in front of me. So that is a great thing as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to get into is some vision board pitfalls. I've covered a few of them about the glue and sticky adhesives, but I also want to say I see a lot of vision boards, and I notice that people have all of these beautiful pictures, but they don't have a picture of themselves. And to me, that is a huge vision board pitfall, because you are the vision. So it is imperative that there be a picture of you, preferably in the middle for my preference, but at least on your vision board somewhere. I prefer to put mine in the middle, and I'm going to do it right now. And I prefer to do this because I like to think of myself as the vision, and all of these items that are around me, it's almost like me and my aura are pulling those in. They are attracting them to me. So by having a picture of myself in the middle and all of the images around, it gives me that continual thought that I am in a constant state of attracting these items to me. Okay, so I'm going to pause here with that one picture, and I'm going to show you some previous examples of my past vision boards so that you can see that I do practice what I preach about having those pictures of yourself on the wall. So this first picture is my very first ever vision board that I created. Please do not laugh. I was a novice. It is very small. But the key factor that helped me in really manifesting with this board is because I had a special area where I put my board at, and it was very special. I called it my little comfort zone area. So I would go there and sit, practice my meditation. So it really still brought the vision board to life, even though the vision board itself is very simple. Can you all see that? Okay, so I have here is the vision board. If you look really close, I don't have a better picture of this one. I had to get it off of Facebook. But there is a picture of me there in the center with all of these words about who I am. And in each 4 corners, there was a picture of me in that area, and each corner was a different section of my vision board. What you'll notice on this one is there was not a lot of pictures. That was the biggest pitfall that I ran into creating my first board. I had pictures of myself and I had goals written down, but I didn't have a lot of pictures to help me really pull in those visual images. My second board was a little bit better, and this one I think you will recognize because this is the board that I'm actually using to refurbish for this last one. So you see there's definitely quite a bit more pictures. There is me right there. Also, I am over here. I am also over here, and all these small pictures around and all of my goals there. Again, you'll notice there's quite a bit more pictures, but there's still a lot of words and writing. So for the next board, we're definitely going to do better on that because words are great and they do mean something. But as we say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. The next thing is my vision mirror is what I did. And you see, there's me taking a picture of it in the middle. And I know you're wondering, well, Jessica, there's no picture of you in this one. And technically, you're wrong. Since it's a mirror, every morning when I stood in front of that board, I saw me surrounded by all of these images. And as you can see, I did learn my lesson about the words. There are far less words and a lot more pictures on this version of a vision mirror that I created. So the next thing I was going to do is start putting together a couple of things on my board to camouflage the damage. Got my picture of myself on there. But before I get to the camouflaging of the damage, I will give you one other tidbit that is a really great thing to do before you get to glue and stick pins. And just so you know, like I have my tape, I have my stick pins, double-sided tape because it is a little less sticky, but it sticks to both sides, so it's a great resource. And they're very easy to take down in case I want to move something. So this has my double-sided tape on the back of it. I recommend that before you start sticking pictures on your vision board, you take time to draft out kind of where you want things to be. So last night in my kitchen, I laid everything out, laid all of the pictures where I wanted them to be, put my construction paper and my pretties up so I could see how it was going to be. Once I was happy with where my construction paper was laying, I went ahead and glued that down. Once I was happy with where I had my picture, where I wanted my picture to go, I went ahead and glued my strip of yellow, which is actually very important for me. And I'll explain that in another video at another time. So as to the damage that I have on my board that I'm going to camouflage, I have a couple of pictures. And it did take me a while in going through all different pictures to determine which ones I wanted to use at the top of my board because that's where my damage is. And that is a very important part of your board. So the first picture I decided on is a picture of the beautiful Olivia Pope from Scandal, which is Shonda Rhimes' wonderful brainchild. I never miss an episode if I can help it. And this has a great quote on it that says, "I'm very good at what I do. I'm better at it than anybody else." And that is not arrogance, that is a fact. I think that is a very strong statement. And for me as a entrepreneur, and it's also me just wanting to be the best version of myself that I can be, it made a real impact when I heard her say that. So I wanted this quote to go at the top of my board. And I'm going to go ahead and place that. And also, Olivia Pope is very stylish, and I also want to be very stylish in my own business and in my own life as well. So this second picture that I have is a very personal picture. You're going to laugh when you see it because you're going to be like, how is that personal? But this is a picture. It came with a quote. I used parts of the quote. I didn't like the whole thing. But my favorite color is green. I have a lot of style. One of my transitional goals from 5 years ago was to be as fly as I wanted to be every day. So when I saw this, I was like, I love that. That shows the class and style and image that I want to portray in myself. So I had to have this picture on my vision board. And this last picture that I'm going to use to camouflage those bad areas on my board is a picture of the notorious Harley Quinn character. And this says, "You may see me struggle, but you will never see me quit." And when you are trying to start a business or be a better mom or just be a better person, you never need to quit. Okay? If you quit, you are giving up on yourself, not your goals. Your goals are who are making you who you want to be. So if you quit, you are giving up on yourself. So again, the goal of me being a business owner and entrepreneur has been on my vision board, not my vision board. It has been a goal of mine for a while, but it did not come into fruition until I got it on my vision board. But as long as I've had that goal, I never quit pushing forward. And today, I've achieved a small part of that goal with a lot more goals ahead of me to achieve as a business owner. So this quote is imperative for me to have on my board. Alrighty, so as you see, from me taking time last night to draft out what I wanted on my board, I was able to go ahead and camouflage those bad areas so you cannot see them now, and really see the vision of what I wanted my vision board to look like. So it is very important that we don't rush the process of creating our board, because the things we put on there have meaning. They have they have manifestation qualities that go with them. So we want to take our time and really put effort into creating the board that we can truly be proud of. So I am going to go ahead and sign off for now. I have a lot of work to do the rest of today and tonight to get ready for day 3 so that I can actually show you the finished vision and take you to the next step on how to use your board and how to display your board once you have created it. So in the meantime, this is Jessica Bellinger with Peace Theory Consulting, signing off of this insider's look at me creating my 4th vision board. I will see you ladies tomorrow. Bye.